Okay, so we're still looking at fractions to decimals. Everybody look at number 1. It says this shaded model represents 100%. 100%, that would be this entire bar shaded in, as you can see. The entire thing is shaded. So now what they're wanting you to do is look at the choices that you have, A, B, C, D, and try to figure out which one of those represents 60%. So while you're looking at them, when I look at A, I can see two different things, like there's a hole that's shaded and another hole that's not. If I wanted to talk about those in pieces, then I would say that half of the pieces that are there are shaded. I can't really figure out a way to make that match with the 60% at all when I'm looking at those choices. And then I'm going to look at C. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so I know I have 10 pieces total, but I'm not sure how many are shaded. That's one of the things that I'm trying to figure out. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 total. Now, the ones that are shaded, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I have 6 that are shaded, so that's 6/10. So what you want to think about is, how can I make this 6/10 equal to 60%? Does that match? Okay, so I'm going to write my 6/10 out. Okay, there's my 6/10, and that equals something here over 100. Now what I want to think to myself is, 10 times what number is going to equal 100? 10 times 10 is 100, and I know that 6 times 10 is 60. So then I get 60 out of the 100. That would be 60%. So the answer that I get for number 1 is going to be C. Okay, I want you guys to look at number 2 now. Everybody go to number 2 and look. On number 2, it says, during a basketball game, Kizzy attempted 6 shots. The shaded area of the diagram below shows how many shots Kizzy made. So I'm just going to kind of mark the different pieces. I've got 1, 2, 3 pieces. There are 3 pieces that are shaded here. Now I'm going to look at how many are there total. Well, it tells me there are 6. So she made 3 out of 6. So while I'm looking at that, what I'm trying to figure out is the fraction 3/6 has to be equal to something. Okay, so I'm going to start with A and look at A. Is 3/6 equal to 1/2? Well, I know that 3 and 6 are both divisible by 3, so I'm going to divide them by 3 over 3, and then we're just going to kind of see how that works. What is 3 divided by 3? Well, that's 1. And 6 divided by 3 is 2, so that's 1/2. You can also change that into a decimal form like this. You can get 50% with that, so that would be fraction to decimal. Okay, let's look at our next section, number 3. We've got grids, and you'll notice there's a lot of different ones to look at. I want you to start with the question, on which set of grids below does the shaded portion represent 137%? So when I look at this, I see that it says 137%. So that means that I have to have an entire square shaded. I have to have 100 shaded for sure. And so when I look at this, I can automatically get rid of A as an answer choice because it doesn't have one of the entire squares shaded. The entire unit is not shaded on the grid. Okay, now let's look at B. B looks like a good choice, so I know I have 100% here. But when I look at the next set of rows, I can see that there are 10 in each row, and there are 1, 2, 3 of them. So that only gives me 30%. So it's not quite enough. It's close, but it's not quite enough. All right, let's look at C. Again, we have 100% on C for the first one, and then the next one we have in sets of 10, 10, 20, 30. Now I've got to count each individual square to make sure that there are 7 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I counted 7, so that would be 37%. So if you add 100% plus the 37%, you get 137% as your answer choice. Okay, so what I want you to do now is I would like for you to go back and I want you to look at the sheet that's blank, and I want you to see if you can see the answers for yourself. Does it make sense to you? Do you have any questions? Okay, guys, I look forward to visiting with you soon in person. Bye.